back down at Tapperns. It's about 1:30 now. I got dropped off by my dad. We'll be here for sort of the afternoon, evening. It's looking really good for a bite. It's warm, but it's quite overcast. Rain is predicted for late evening, so by the time I'm home it should rain. No, at the moment just watching the water and yeah, trying to spot something, see what's what on what could be and probably will be my last session at Tapperns for, well, for the foreseeable future. The ticket runs out on the 16th of June and I won't be renewing it because of uni and stuff. I'll be concentrating on sort of Church Farm through the summer, and then when I go up to uni, hopefully, I'll be up at Walthamstow. So yeah, so at the moment we're just watching the water. I'll flip the camera around, show you what I can see, and we'll make a decision on where to fish. I've got my surface stuff with me, got a lot of bait, so I'll probably prime a couple of areas and then move on to where the fish are. I texted the bailiff this morning and he told me that they have already spawned, so hopefully they should be up for a feed. We'll see how it goes. So I've just fed a bit more of the mixers in there, just waiting for them to come up and get their confidence up a little bit more. When they're feeding quite nicely, I'll put this controller float out and over their heads and then reel it back into the feeding pack. But just while that's happening, just thought I'd take you through my setup when I'm actually using a surface controller. Main line's the same, it's 8 Nash NXT Zig Flow, really nice line, floats well, and for £8 it's very strong. And then we've got Fox medium bolt bubble. I really like these because they're inline, and also you can just open up the rubber bungs on the side and fill it up with water and alter the casting weight. Now, my hook link, that is £8 cruiser control from Corda. It's a little bit thicker than the Nash line, so I think it's a little bit sort of overrated. But on that, I'll just put a little bit of sort of Vaseline mucilin just to help it float. But again, it's a very strong line and does exactly what I want it. It's about a 2-foot hook link, and then that goes down to a size 8 barbless mixer on here, and with that I've just Palomar knotted that on. It's a very sharp hook, you know, strong and sharp, just what you need. And on the bait front, I'll probably just super glue a pop-up or a mixer onto there, test it out in the margins, just see how it floats, and then yeah, cast it out. I put a little bit of goo on it as well, and I just so I can really home in. So that's my setup, you know, nice and simple, surface fishing. With this anti-tangle sleeve that you would have saw, I've just done a figure of 8 loop knot in the end and looped that onto the swivel to then cover it with the anti-tangle sleeve. So yeah, nice and simple. They're coming up and feeding, so I'll put a little bit more feed out, sort my bait out, and then get down to fishing. So the bird life is just about rain terror all on me. If it's not the geese, it's the seagulls. If it's not the seagulls, it's the ducks. If it's not the ducks, it's the moorhens. So I've just come round the corner just to have a little look from another sort of angle, see if I can see the fish. But also, me seeing them in this area sort of tells me that in the evening they might push up into the margins. Now here, peg number 7, some beautiful margins. This sort of tree line, this swim is the only swim that you can actually get to it. And this sort of tree line overhangs, and then up in the back of it is where the proper margin is. So if you can get just sort of along the tree line, it's where it goes into the deeper water. So I'll just come over here, just have a look round. I'll get in the little trees back here. I can actually see some fish just off the corner. So if I creep along slowly, I might be able to bring my rod round, lower it on their head, and have a fish just at the margin off the surface. So let's go and have a look at these fish. We'll stay well back, nice and quiet, nice and low. We'll see what these fish are doing. Right, yeah, I can see a lot more fish just here. So there are 2 fish, just where these ripples are here. There's a fish there. And then there's a group of fish just holding off there. Right, he's coming off the top. I'm just going to go get back and get my rod. Bring it round, rod, mat, bait, net. I'll just pick my stuff up and come round. Yeah, that's the joys of having as little kit as I do. Right, these fish are still here, literally just in the margin. I've got a bait on, I'm just going to flick it out over their head. I've got enough clearance. Just going to go over their head, touch it before it hits. I'm just going to draw it back in. Oh, there's a fish moved. Just going to draw it in quick and get in that sort of line that they were coming along. They just moved off to the left. I can see the fish. Straighten my hook link a bit. Oh, they're up to my left. That's where they were. So hopefully when they come back down, they'll see my bait. Right out there. Proper moving. Oh, there's a fish just to the left of it. Just to the left of it. He's gone underneath it. I just moved it a bit and he's looking. He's looking. Oh, he's touching the controller float. Wrong way, mate. So I've just baited up along another set of bushes. It's just round the corner, down there. I saw 2 nice fish. One's a zip linear and another a smaller, quite long common. And there's a fish just here. I'm just putting the old pellet in. Turn and look, and sort of stay under this bush that it's under for a bit. You never know. Put a bit of bait down when it gets a little bit cooler as it comes into evening. Fish might pull up into the margins and start feeding. So that's what I'm looking to bait up for at the moment. Just get some bait in an area. Try and find some fish. I can see them. They're definitely in this area. But if I put one out in the middle, which is where they are, yeah, I need to put a zig on really, because out there it's about 8-9 foot. So yeah, zigs might be an option. I haven't really got the stuff to spot over them, but single zigs, that might be a way to go. I'll carry on looking. If I see anything more, I'll get back to you. Guys, I do not believe what I am seeing. I do not believe what I'm seeing. I've just come over to Osier Lake to have a look, and in this corner are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carp. Massive, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my god, they're huge, and they're all in shallow water having a feed. 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, there's so many. I'm just going to put a bit of bait down and see if they'll dip down. Oh my god, there's so many. Right, it's been nice and quiet. There's a lovely little gravel patch just here. There's something floating out in the water as well. I don't know what that is. It's like a dead geese or something. Dead goose even. That was mad. Some of those fish were huge. Hope you saw a couple of them, they were big fish. There's a cuckoo. Huh. If I just put the bait out, I'll walk back over to Tapperns, and maybe when I come back they'll be back here. They've moved off the spot now, so I'll put a bit more around. There's plenty of bait. Right, I'll carry on having a walk. But if I come back and they're back on here and feeding, then you know we can't pass up that opportunity. Right, let's carry on. I'll put a bit of bait in there and see if they move on to it. With the sound of the pellet and whatnot. There's a fish coming towards, just out here. Don't know if you can see that. The common just there. It's coming. I'll just stay nice and still. Going into the bush. He's just going around the bush now. Maybe I'll put a bit more around, guide him back. And there are 2 carp out there. Hopefully you can see them. Yeah, I think you can. They're sort of just sat there, not really moving too much. Just debating what to do. Oh, and another thing, they've gotten rid of the sort of central pole that they used to have. They used to have a pole in the middle. Got rid of that. A couple of fish just basically where the pole used to be, just sort of out here. Let me just put a bit of bait close to these fish, see if they respond to it. If they respond to it sort of falling through the water, then maybe they'd respond to some floaters if I put them out. But no, to be honest, they just sort of moved and shied away from the pellet. So yeah, it tells me they're not really up for feeding. A little bit of hemp down there. I've got that spot there, but I think my focus is going to be on the other spots down the other end. We'll have a walk back, see what we can see. I'll probably pop back into Osier, see if I can see those fish again. If they're feeding, why not? But if they're chasing each other, it's probably that they're just getting ready to spawn. So, I shall see you wherever I decide to stop. here just for now. If you can see the whole lake. Yeah, I can see a couple of fish out on the top over there, but they're chasing around a bit. So basically this lake is almost sort of circular, with a couple of points coming into it. There's sort of one big central island, but the island's more sort of to one corner. But yeah, down there at the moment, there's no fish. Just stand here for a minute. There, the fish. There they are. Don't know if you can see that. There you go, they're coming in on the spot. I'm just going to stand really still. They're feeding. They are feeding. There is a massive fish in that group, and they are feeding. The smaller ones came down into, oh my god. That big one is feeding. Came in, took a couple of bites and then moved off. I'm just going to stand really still. They've only recently stocked it with a couple of smaller fish. I say smaller, sort of £10 to £18 is what they said. That's a really nice fish just there. Beautiful. Yeah, there's a much bigger fish following. So you got two smaller. Bloody hell, I say smaller, he's thick across the shoulders. Oh, they are beautiful. I'm just going to put my glasses over the lens so you can see it a bit better. I'll try my best to anyway. There we go, guys. It's amazing. I can just about see without the glasses. Looks like you've got the two smaller ones in the middle and the bigger one just off the back, is that? I think that's what I can see. Hopefully you're seeing this. I'll just put zoom on there. Not zoom, but focus it on that bit. That's better. That's amazing. Right, I think they've moved off. Let's have a look. So I spent about half an hour in that spot on Osier. Yeah, they didn't come back. I even walked up the bank to that swim with a big bay in it, and they weren't there. So I thought I'd come back over to Tapperns and sort of wait, and come back round. And there was a fish sort of out here, and I looked up, and just in this little gap, with a reed sort of divot in, I got up around the bushes earlier and fed that with some hempen pellet, you know, same as over in Osier. And there are, or was, 4 fish on it. So there were 4 fish, just 2 just in the area, 1 really going for it and 1 just sort of just about to leave. So I think I'll put a little bit more bait on there and change the rig. I'll already changed the rig onto a barbless hook, size 6 curved shank with just a single bit of just pop-up cord. I'll keep watching that spot, a little bit more bait on it, stay nice and quiet, and then just a little underarm flick just onto that spot. Alright, let's chat more do. Alright, let's hope this cast goes well. Try and get as close as I can. It's got to be really low, short underarm. I mean, that drops a bit too long. Just trying to judge it so I can give it a flick and get a distance, but not flick it up into the tree above it, like I want to get it quite tight to the reeds. Alright, let's give it a go. Just kill the power on it a bit. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Just sink the line down. Just keep the bail arm open, 2 fingers at the front of the spool. And just push the rod down ever so slightly, let the rod tip sink. And then as you walk back, just tick the line off the front. A lot of goose poo around here. And then flick the bail arm back. I'm not going to put bait runner on, so I'm just going to try and guide the rod out of the poo. Where it's not going to. There we go. So that line will form a nice curve to that. I'm going to watch the spot and watch the fish on it anyway. When a fish comes in, that line will just pull tight, and hopefully a fish will be on. So there's a common that's just been patrolling up and down the margin. He's just gone onto the spot now. Let's see if he stops. Hopefully while I'm having something to eat, they will do. You just see the reeds knocking a bit. That common's been sort of coming down the margin. I saw him drift off that way as well, but it's the first time he's come up and onto the spot. When I first came on, there were a couple of fish. Another fish just come onto it. I can't actually see my hook bait, so the only way that I know if I've hooked something is when the line tightens up. So all I can do is just watch the fish on the spot and just hope that they're going to take it. Right, there's one definitely feeding. He's just over where I think my hook bait is. That common's coming back down the margin down here. Pretty quick. You see those reeds. And that other fish just drifted off. So I think I'm going to leave it as it is. No need to put more bait out. They recognise there's bait there, and I've put quite a bit of like hempan pellet. So should be plenty of food there for them. You see those reeds moving as the fish works its way through it. Hopefully he comes back onto the spot. I'll turn it back on when there's a bit more fish action. So I've seen a couple of carp in that little spot. They've drifted in and out a couple of times. Reeds have knocked and there's been a couple of fish over the spot. But no, I haven't had a bite. I don't know if they were feeding or what. They just sort of come over the spot and see it. I didn't see them dip up or anything. But so I think the best port of call is it's just about 6 o'clock now. I've got other spots that I can just move on to. I'll check that the hook's still sharp. And we'll just pick up the stuff and go and sit on another spot and see what happens. Just reeled in the left hand rod. and that'll be the reason I'm not catching. Under that overhang, tree in the water. So we're off home now. Back to the train station, hop on a train and go home. Yeah, ending in a blank. Not really the way that I wanted to finish my time up here. You know, my ticket runs out in about 2 weeks and we won't be renewing it. So yeah, it's a bit unfortunate to have it in a blank, but I've had a quite good run. So yeah, it had to come to an end somewhere. Unfortunate, but we'll take it as it is. So yeah, I've had a good time up here. You know, it's really let me sort of adapt to this mobile style. But you know, my time really is done. Throughout summer we'll be focusing on Church Farm and just some day tickets around me, like Broadlands. And then yeah, when we go to uni in the summer, hopefully the exams go my way, I'll be up at Walthamstow and sort of the places in and around London. So yeah, the future's good. It's just unfortunate that yeah, that's finished like that. But it's all good. So cheers for watching, and we'll see you soon.